Just first of all, how excited are you for hockey to be back? Because you were one of the teams that didn't play in the Elite Series. I know you went to to the World Championships with GB as an assistant coach, but how excited are you to actually be leading a team in a game again?
Yeah, it's exciting to get started again, and obviously it's a long process, to get to where you want to be, which is ultimately a championship, and to be starting that process, and it started 2 weeks ago when they arrived. So, we're a couple weeks into that process, but we're certainly looking forward to adding those games, and testing ourselves against the other competition. I think that's what it's really all about, and I know for a fact the players themselves are itching to get going and play an actual game. So, we're all just looking forward to Saturday and Sunday, and we're doing our best to prepare here the rest of the week.
When you were recruiting during the off season, I guess firstly, what were you looking for this team that you hadn't, or that you thought you were maybe missing in 1920?
So I thought we really wanted to get a step quicker this season. Obviously, we've brought in a lot younger of a team as well, and we're hoping that youth and that extra energy and energy in the legs can really provide an extra step for us this year.
In goal, you have Besko back. Everyone in the league knows him and what he's capable of. How huge is he for your team?
Yeah, he's very big. Obviously, what he did for us a few seasons ago, and backstopping us to a Challenge Cup and a League Cup, and obviously just narrowly missing out on the playoffs and the Continental Cup final. So we know exactly what he's capable of, and that's a big reason why we targeted him. And obviously, we've brought in Jackson Whistle as well, and I think they'll be a great tandem and great intercompetition for the starting job and for getting as many starts as possible. So and then also obviously with the long returning Northern Irish Andrew Dixon, it's a great threesome to have back there, and they work well together, and we're looking forward to getting going.
Adam, just while you're talking about the goaltenders there, do you have a plan in mind of how you're going to use them as a tandem, or is it going to be on a game-by-game basis?
Everything, like they say, your ideas can go out the window, after the first game. So we certainly want to see how guys get on here in exhibition or in Challenge Cup, and we'll go from there. It'll be a game by game basis, and we hope to get everybody involved.
Speaking of which, you haven't had any preseason games. How do you approach this weekend, given that you're going straight into competitive fixtures?
We approach it like we would approach any game, to be honest with you. We as a coaching staff and the players have competed and tried to provide that competitive environment here against each other, and obviously, it's not like playing against an opponent, so we will have to get up to speed quickly. But we're doing the best we can here with these first 2 weeks of making it competitive and making guys compete against each other, so they do feel those little bumps and grinds in the battles, and we're just working through it and trying to learn the systems as quick as possible.
A lot of scoring prowess in the team this year. When you look at the guys in the lineup, it looks like everyone's had at least one season where they've really had a good point scoring season. How do you manage that throughout the lines?
Well, I think that's one of the positives we think we have in this roster is we think we have depth throughout the lineup, that we can play four lines, we can play all 60, we can play all the goaltenders, and we feel that we can outpace teams by the end of the game if we're able to keep a high level of play throughout the entire game. We're not one line dependent, and if we go the way that we think we can, we're hopeful that over the course of the game, our energy and our speed and pace will take over the game.
Just add to Besko coming in as player coach. Was that something that he approached you about? Did you approach him about it, or how did that come about?
Yeah, just through negotiations and talks with Besko over the summer about getting him to come back, and and obviously, he's very familiar with Belfast, and he really enjoyed his time here before, and he was a big part of all the success that we had. So it was no brainer to bring him back, but also, we have to keep in mind that he didn't play last season, and obviously has one eye on retirement, or life after hockey, and coaching is something he was interested in. So um, we came to agreement to bring him on as part of the coaching staff, and I think he'd be a very valuable member to us, and he'll actually teach us a lot, with his unique perspective of the systems, and especially obviously the D zone, how he sees the game and where he sees the holes. And I don't know if we are continuously making a mistake. It's another set of eyes, from a different perspective that can have a real voice inside the coach's room.
If he's not playing, are you going to have him behind the bench, or are you planning on having him back up if Wiss is starting?
It really depends on our roster situation. Obviously, we have the option to put Dicko in the net, and allow Tyler to be on the bench with us, if we have that extra import to go in the lineup. So currently we don't. So the plan is right now just to take it game by game, and I'm sure that as we go throughout the season, things will adjust, and we'll figure out that plan exactly.
We were chatting to Aaron Fox earlier, and he was saying the pandemic allowed him to spend a bit more time with his family and with his kids, and you have become a new father. How have you found it coming back into training camp and balancing life as a dad?
Yeah, that hasn't been easy, that's for sure. All of a sudden you're spending the majority of the day at the arena, and then getting home and trying to be a father as well, and trying to help out. Certainly, my wife has taken the brunt of it, and I'll have to play catch up when I can. But no, it's been a great, like Aaron said, it was definitely a blessing in disguise being home for those precious moments. And obviously over the course of the last 18 months, we've missed hockey, but we have enjoyed a lot of time watching her grow. And now that we're back into the thick of things, now it's on me to try to manage that time for both sides of it, family life and obviously the hockey life.
How soon do you think you'll get her down for a game?
I'm not sure, and I'll leave that up to Colleen, but hopefully, if things are all good, she'll be there for the home opener.
Looking ahead, Challenge Cup is a competition that you have said in the past that you really enjoy playing in, and you have won it twice as a coach. What is it about it that you just love so much?
Well, it's a hockey game. I mean, that's it. Every game that's played, we want to win. And every trophy that's up for grabs, we want to win. And some teams do have a tendency, or even coaches have a tendency to kind of, treat these games as exhibition games. But for me, it's not a friendly match. This is the real deal. We're starting for real on Saturday. So, although it'll be our first game, we're going to be competitive, and we want to make sure that we try and put ourselves in a good spot in the Challenge Cup, instead of having to fight from behind to come back to qualify. So we certainly want to start off on a good foot, and get ourselves in the right mind frame going forward.
Everyone talked about Griffin Reinhardt and Jordan Boucher coming in, two guys coming in from the German DEL. Who are the guys this year that you're most looking forward to seeing what they can produce in the EIHL?
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to see how they all come to their own in this league. It is a different league. It's a little bit more North American than you would see in the rest of Europe, in terms of the style, the way it's played. But hockey's evolving all around, and I think that the Elite League is evolving with it. So I'm interested to see them all. What they all have to offer this team, and if training camp's anything to go by, they certainly have come in, and they are they want to win. So I think that bodes well for us, that they have a competitive group. And certainly over the course of the season, it does get long, and you need a team that is really competitive to win down the stretch.
Yeah, you mentioned about getting faster as a team. Is that almost trying to adopt more of a European style than the North American style? Because we know that the likes of the SHL, DEL, Swiss leagues are traditionally a bit faster than North America. Is that something that you're trying to adopt, or is that just a byproduct of the guys you've signed?
I think it's more just a byproduct of hockey. Hockey is fast these days, and we felt at times a couple of before the pandemic hit that there was some games that we were a step behind and were unable to get in on the forecheck. We were just a little bit late, and as a result of that, you've seen us lose a lot of one-goal hockey games, and we don't want that to be a problem this year. So we wanted to be a step quicker and make sure that that is not the thing that is holding us back.